Hunger for learners in 14 schools that had been closed and vandalized by the bandits in the North Rift region. There is hope for normal learning operations in the said schools following the reopening of schools in the region. The schools in the volatile Baringo North and Baringo South have been affected, shattering dreams to hundreds of learners in the regions, as Chichi Josephine details.
Along the country's national borders of Ethiopia, South Sudan and Uganda is the North Rift region. The region forms a part of the famous cross-continental Great Rift Valley with a series of contiguous geographic beauty. However, this region has been greatly affected by insecurity, and while residents are most affected, the insecurity has not spared learners, and schools have been closed from time to time. However, in a bid to transform the rest of North Rift region, the government is shifting its focus to education as a long-term solution for peace and economic growth.
I can assure even the state of security has greatly improved. And that one can be attributed to what we are witnessing with the number of students which has confidence to come here. In fact, we are still receiving students up to now.
Mambo ya security, nafikiri for the first time imeanza kuimprove. Sasa hata ukitembea unasikia mwili haina uoga ile alikuanga naye zamani.
In this regard, 14 schools that had been closed after residents fled the area due to banditry have been reopened, restoring back shattered dreams to hundreds of learners in the North Rift region.
The first thing we had to address to ensure that the children come back to school is by renovating the schools. That's why we gave it priority.
Hata sasa tumeshakaa na tumefurahi na tunatarajia sasa tunasema inji imekuwa mzuri sasa.
A tour to the region with multi-agency team took us to Kapindasom Primary School.
And what is the name of this fire?
One of the institutions that had been vandalized by bandits, making it difficult for learners and teachers accessing the schools. Similarly to Emboso's Arabal Primary School, which was closed in 2019 after a series of attacks by armed criminals.
This is a place that had been deserted right from way back in 2019. Our children have been learning in the neighboring school, and to be specific, Kemorongian Primary, which is 5-7 kilometers away from here.
Our school was highly vandalized, so then we were hosted here so that we are together, and management and issues of security as things improve.
Arabal and Kapindasom primary schools, both in Baringo South, were ghost schools. Many learners had to drop out of school, with girls under the age of 12 being married off.
Tulitawanyika kila watu wameenda mpaka na Mochongoi, Marigat, Kimaleluko.
This showcasing the impact of insecurity. According to Joel Koima, Emboso's head teacher, Chemorongion Primary School became host of Kapindasom for approximately 2 years, with pupils of Arabal Embosos dispersing to various schools as far as Laikipia.
Since the parents are not, they have not come back, they are still dispersed all over, actually all over the county. But the students are the heroes who have come here, but they are here as IDPs somehow because we are hosting them, both primary and secondary, but they are residing in classes.
Since the reopening, Kapindasom, Arabal and Mukutani primary schools have received a high number of learners being enrolled after relative peace is experienced, with 5 security officers in every school to ensure seamless learning goes on.
Zile shule ambazo zimekuwa ziliathirika na mambo ya banditry, all of them zinachungwa. Tumefanya deployment at least 5 armed officers. Na nashukuru KDF, sababu KDF ndio wameweza kufanya marekebisho, the renovation of those schools which were demolished.
Elijah Kiptum, Kapindasom head teacher, say the school is already overstretched with less facilities at the institution, leaving them with no choice but converting classrooms to dormitories.
Boys hawana dormitory hata moja. Wanalala kwa hii madarasa. So tunatumia madarasa, mchana kuwa darasa na usiku inakuwa ni malazi yetu, tunalala pale. Na nafikiri kwa wale ambao umetembea kule ndani mmeiona.
With security slowly returning, Kenya Defence Troops are patrolling the hotspots, especially in Kuloa and Kapedo Bridge, areas of Mukutani and Baringo North where bandits had made their hideouts, with parents being encouraged to take their children to school.
We've silenced the guns. The area is relatively calm. What we would want to see in the North Rift is that I would encourage the parents to take them to school, and we would want to see schools which have been opened, both communities, having mixed schools from all communities so that it can create the issues of cohesion.
In an effort to find a lasting solution to banditry, Operation Maliza Uhalifu is in place, with deployment of more officers in the region to tackle the menace.
Mwaka jana wakati kama huu hatungepata nafasi ya kusimama hapa na kuongea, kulikuwa kumechafuka sana. Deployment imefanyika nzuri sana since last year, na kando na deployment ya personnel tumekuwa na mambo ya equipping of the troops ambaye ziko on the ground.
Chichi, Josephine, TV 47.